Good morning. Welcome to Grumpy Sheep, Happy Llama. We are coming to you from Eastern Ontario, Canada, and welcome to our new and returning viewers. So as you may know, I'm Robin.
I'm Sylvie.
So welcome to our channel. So pull up a nice drink of whatever temperature you like for today. Depends where you live in the world, right? And something to work on as we talk, just natter on for the next little bit.
Yes, so normally we talk about what we're wearing, then we go into knit-alongs, our finished objects, our whips and spinning, and then whatever else we may be up to. So what we're wearing, you can't really see, well, we're wearing something, but handmade. Handmade, I'm wearing socks, and Robin.
I have nothing handmade today because I'm hot, so it's bare feet today.
Yes.
and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So, but that's how I roll.
There you go.
There we go, yes.
Knit-alongs.
Uh-huh.
We have Knit Your Stash garment knit-along. That's going until the end of the year. And we have the Saltwater Mitts books.
Knits. Saltwater knits?
Yep.
I think you said mitts.
Nope, knits.
Okay. Saltwater, yeah, there are 4 books. So anything from any of those 4 books. Initially, we had that running only till Valentine's Day. But then we thought those books are so precious and have so many opportunities to use them, either for people who are in need of having warm items or for people who are making things for sales, either for themselves or to raise money for something. Or whatever, and they have so many different options from mittens, socks, hats, scarves, home things that we just thought we'll keep that open until. And that's ... There's no end date just yet.
Until we decide that we've had enough.
we wanted something else. But then we were just discussing before we started this podcast, should we like to have another knit along or a make along? And one of our people, Wendy, she's a friend, but she's also a viewer and part of our group on Ravelry. She wanted to have something that had to do with using up your leftover bits.
Yes.
So we thought we would have a use those bits make along. We'll do it probably for the year.
Yeah, why not?
Go ahead, sorry.
I said, yeah, why not?
Okay. Yeah. I don't want to cut you off.
No.
So we thought we could use, but it's going to be a make along because it doesn't matter if you're using yarn for knitting or crocheting, yarn for weaving. It doesn't matter what your project is. Sewing, using up your leftover bits when you're making a quilt, for example, or sewing some fabric. So anything to do with anything making, but using up your leftover bits. So don't buy bits, like don't buy minis, for example, but use up whatever you have left over.
So for example, if you're doing your Knit Your Stash garment, but you still have bits from those, then you take that and put it into the Knit Your Bits mal, for example.
Yeah.
Because we know we can do scrappy socks with leftover little bits. You do your magic ball and you knit socks, or you could do a garter marler sweater. You could do a cozy memory blanket like I'm doing right now.
There's so many things.
Yeah.
And it's just to make sure that you use up everything that you have already. Like use what you have.
Yeah.
And that's just something that we believe in ourselves, even though we do buy stuff, but we also
like
believe,
to use up what we have left over as well.
Exactly.
And Wendy, I guess she came up with that idea because she is knitting also the muscle, well, I finished, but she's decided to knit the Musselburgh hat as well by Isolde Teague, and she's using leftover bits actually to make that hat. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's looking nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so we thought we'd start that. We haven't put it up in the thread yet, but I'll do that after we finish this podcast today. Well, you'll see it because you won't anyway. By the time I'll be doing it, but this is Saturday. You won't see this till Wednesday. So by the time you see this, I'm going to sneeze. Okay. So Sylvie is our editor-chief, or chief editor, editor-in-chief?
I don't know.
And so last podcast was quite funny because there were parts that we wanted to, that she was supposed to take out and she didn't when she was stuffing her face full of
That was not supposed to be in there. I wanted that out and replace it with something else. So I'm so sorry if you guys saw me eating and us talking. That was not supposed to be there.
But there were things that were supposed to be in there. So Sylvie's going to check the cutting room floor today and see if she can find it to stick in. But I thought it was so funny. She didn't believe me. And I made her sit. She doesn't watch the podcast when we're done.
Because I'm done editing it. I've seen it.
I know. I watch it because I can't remember what we said and I just want to see how it goes. Anyways, I was laughing. And I told her that she left this in, and she said, no. I had to make her watch it just to believe what I said. Well, she didn't believe me until she saw it.
Yeah.
So
anyways, that was not supposed to be there. But anyways.
It was quite funny.
It was.
And nobody said anything.
No.
So I guess they're used to us eating or drinking or something.
So, all right. So that's our knit-alongs for now. Mm-hmm. So I don't have a finished object.
Neither do I. I wanted to.
Yeah, me too. But
yeah.
Anyways, so we're going to go into our whips. So what you whipping on?
What am I whipping on? I am whipping on a few things. Oh, can I show my hoe? A hoe is a whip.
Of course.
Sorry, I got something up my nose, some fluff, because this house is full of wool. So this is a sock hoe, and this is one from Anna Knitter. And again, I was hoping to have these done, but you know, I could have pushed myself, but I thought I'm not going to push myself. I'm going to do what makes me happy.
Exactly.
I know she's been trying to beat this into me, because I'm like, I have to do something, and this is on my list. I'm going to finish it, work on it, and she's like, I'm just going to do whatever makes me happy. So I'm trying to own that a little bit. So anyway, here's my hoe. This is from Anna Knitter. This is opal sock yarn. I got this from Anna Knitter because we can't get, as far as I know, we still haven't looked it up. I know the balls are so cute.
Look how cute.
So this is from her shop because she has the opal minis. Opal minis. I'm regressing. So this is her pattern, and it's called Highlighter Socks, and you can find it on Ravelry and also on her own website. But I really like the colors for her, and I did this initially, but I ripped it out. You can do, this is like garter stitch here, like one row of one knit and then one purl row. And I thought here I would just do 2 rows of stocking stitch, and I was doing that at first to continue the striping pattern on the foot. I'm pointing to the wrong side. On the foot. But then I wanted to make sure I had enough of my minis. We were away for the weekend. I didn't have a scale. So I did it in black. And I actually like it with the black. It looks more stark, right?
Yeah.
It's more of a high contrast thing.
And I like the idea that you put the little stripes at the end by the toe. That's really nice.
Thank you. Because when I have my foot up on the coffee table, I want to wiggle my toes and see some color.
Yeah.
So anyway, there it is. So this is using 2.25 millimeter needles, 64 stitches. To get the pattern repeat in. So I had to make sure I knit more loosely in the leg, because I usually do 68 stitches.
Yeah.
And just a heel flap and gusset and the regular toe. So that's my hoe.
Nice.
You're going to show your whip?
Yes, so I've decided to knit a sock too. I started it when we were away on our weekend, actually. So this yarn I bought in 2019 at the Chesterfield Festival. It was was it the colorway for?
Yes, it was Chesterfield Spin-In colorway.
Yeah, so this is from Pretty String, and it's called 20 C's. I really, really like this color. It's really rich. And Caroline Lyle actually did a pattern with this particular colorway, and I've had this on my library for quite some time, and it's called tennis socks. Anyways, I started this on the weekend, and so this is the toe with some little funky patterning happening here, and then some short rows. I don't know if you could see around here, and it's a short row heel as well. And so I'm just starting the leg. So the leg will have some of this patterning here and some of the short rows here as well up on the leg too.
Maybe you could show the Tana sock pattern that Caroline designed up here, because it's hard to see unless it's on your foot what the design actually looks
exactly.
like. Yeah.
Yeah, so I will. That's a good idea. Anyways, I'm really enjoying how it's coming along.
So we go away for a weekend of like visiting and knitting, right? And so Sylvie's working on the socks. She's not talking. So Kim and I are talking. Sylvie's not talking because she's just sitting there.
I was busy counting concentrating on the pattern for this year, actually. Yeah. So it's not that it's difficult, but you want to get it right.
Because you don't want to rip it out. Especially with short rows, because you could lose your place. Right?
Yeah. So anyways.
Yeah, it was still a good weekend.
It was a lovely weekend, yes. So so I got a good start on that.
Good.
And then what else? You got a good chunk done.
Twice.
Yes, exactly.
So this is the Oxa pullover, and I'm using blacker yarn Langenwald. I think it's I forget. Starts with 2 L's. Langenwald? Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I said it last podcast. Anyway, so this is the yarn that I'm using. It's just a naturally colored sheep color. And I was making the yoke, and I got to the part to separate for the arms and didn't have the right number of stitches, and I have no idea where I missed out. So I ripped it back and then made sure I just kind of fudged it and made sure I had the right number of stitches when I separated. And then I was knitting the body, and usually I like A-line stuff because that's my shape. But I don't know what happened, but it became like almost parachute-like. So then I had to rip out the body and then reknit the body again up until like the armholes basically, and take out the A-line increases. Yeah. So now I'm just knitting it like this. So I've done this sweater twice. So officially, like really I should be done. Yeah. But instead I'm on the first sleeve. And I've been switching between that and my socks. So I'm changing the thickness of my yarn and my needles and stuff. So that's what I've been doing.
So good.
Thank you. So that's my ox.
Yeah.
I just noticed there's something hinky up there.
Uh-oh.
No, but it's okay. I think it's just because it's a row change or round change.
Okay, and it's in the back, so.
It's okay. Emergency averted. So I'm not taking it out again unless and then I had a nightmare last night that I blocked my sweater because I do a wet blocking. I soak it and then I block it. And I had this nightmare or dream, I guess, well, nightmare, that my sweater, it grew. So it was really like a dress. Which would be okay if it were just like from below, like from the armholes down that grew, but no, it was the whole thing. So I had to re-knit it again because, of course, I didn't do a wet swatch or anything, right? So this is the
who does that?
People who don't want to re-knit. So anyway, I don't know if anything will happen. I guess I'll keep you posted, but
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I hope so. So just next time,
don't stretch it. That's all.
I won't. No, I'll do it according to the measurements it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope I'll have a blocked, completed garment for you next podcast.
So I'm still working on the love note. I started this on February 1st, and I think the last podcast I was still at the beginning, but I got a lot done from our weekend. I also was switching back and forth with the sock and the. So I'm working. You can't really see the lace because it's not blocked, but I am now working on the.
People have seen it, so
I'm
there's
sure.
So many patterns out there. Yeah, it's really pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm just finishing the ribbing down here, and then I can start on the sleeves and then get the collar done because the collar is done at the end. So you pick up your provisional cast on, and then you do the collar.
You know,
I'm really liking the color of it too.
Yeah, it's a nice color. And she's not using mohair, it's just DK weight yarn. But it's kind of fuzzy looking.
It's DKBFL, and the colorway is hydrangea. I looked it up by Carrot Yarns.
Yeah. Nice. Every time you say Love Note, I think we should have the theme song for Love Boat because that's what I hear in my mind. Every time you say Love Note, I think Love Note. So, anyway,
it's a nice knit, and it is, of course, people say it's a fast knit. It is a fast knit because you're knitting it on bigger needles. It's DK weight, or you can do fingering held with mohair if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's still the same big needle.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So it's coming along nicely. And we were talking about what we'd be working next. Our next project.
Well, I'm going to be doing, because theoretically, usually, but times are changing, have more time to knit than Sylvie does. So I had planned to make the Lunenburg pullover with Nancy. I haven't cast on yet, but I do have my stuff all caked and ready to go. So that'll be that. But then I guess as a group, we were going to do this Jennifer Steingas cowl before COVID.
Yeah, well,
it was February.
February 2020. 2020. See what COVID does? February 2020, we had, I remember it. God, we were so innocent. We had no clue what was coming in March.
We had so much fun because my husband and son were away on a trip to India.
Yes.
So he doesn't like to have guests or visitors usually because he works with the public all the time. So our house is our little place, like a little oasis.
Little haven,
away from people and stuff. So anyway, he was gone, so it didn't matter. So we had an impromptu dinner party at my house. Like, bring your own food. Meet at my place.
And that day we had actually gone to Ottawa and we hit Wabi Sabi. Yeah. I think we had lunch too in the area.
And we had a couple of stuff. I think we started off at Starbucks to have coffee. Then we went shopping to Wabi Sabi.
We went to
Gatineau to that new store. We had coffee there. And then we came back to Wabi Sabi, then back to Starbucks.
Yeah, and then we decided to come here because we did the impromptu Jennifer Steingas knit along.
Yeah.
And of course we had to call
him. The whole thing was last second after having multiple cups of coffee at Starbucks. Yeah. And we texted everybody, bring your stuff. We're doing a Jennifer Steinbach knit along. My house this time. And we had so many people in my kitchen.
It was awesome. We were, at least 10?
Oh, yeah. And it was so much fun. And then Amy got stuck in the snowbank. Sorry, Amy. Anyway, we had so much fun. And then I don't think, I was making that sweater, but again,
it was too big.
It was too big.
Because I didn't measure around on top of the bust here. I measured.
Should be the upper bust measure.
Right. I measured
the full bust.
Yeah. And so when I tried it on, I was like, wow, for once this is like too big for me. I don't know if I should be happy or disappointed.
I was really disappointed, yeah.
It's like, I gotta do this again. And then we just never got around to it because
we took it out and we were sad.
We were sad. COVID hit and we were doing other things. And then it was like, hey, remember when we did this little long? We should do this again.
Yeah. So if you would like to join us on our Steingast,
there's another knit along.
Should we do another knit along? Do it in the thread when you want to start that. April 1st?
Sure. Because
that'll give me time to finish the Lunenburg.
Yeah, and get me started. Because I want to work on the GAN vest. So again, in Knit City, when I went to Knit City last year, I had a plan and I got my yarn for these garments. And my next one is I want to do a vest. And I got the yarn for it and I want to do it.
Okay, so April 1st, we'll set up a thread for a Jennifer Steingast knit along. Look at that, I told you we could do this.
See? And that'll give time for Kim to finish her sweater because I know she wants to get going on the Jennifer Steingast as well.
Else, all that 10 people that came to my house.
Yeah. So we'll all come over again. When is Stefan leaving for an hour?
Yeah, he's not.
So well, we could do outside. It'll probably be nice.
We could do outside. Well, by April, we could sit in the snow. Could do a campfire.
In the sun, it would be nice.
Could do a campfire in the 4 feet of snow.
Yeah,
anyway, so April 1st then we will, this is not a joke.
No,
so
it's for
April
real.
1st, for real. April 1st, we will start a knit along with the Jennifer Steingast cow. And if you can use your stash.
Yes, because it'll be in my stash.
It'll be stash yarn.
Yeah, for sure.
Mine is Roots and Rain. Do you remember what yours is?
I think it's Rama.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Yes, because I had bought it at Opitsmuto and they were open. So it's black with white and there's some light blue in there and red.
Excellent.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to do, so Jo, if you haven't made yours yet, I know she had yarn for this as
well. I don't know if hers turned out good or not.
Did she finish it?
I have no idea. We'll have to talk to her.
Anyway, so April 1st, Jennifer Steingast knit along, and we'll do that for what, 3 months? 3 months is long enough to make a sweater for most people.
Sure. So if you don't get distracted, sure.
June, so from April 1st to the end of June, you're going to have to remind me. April 1st to the end of June, Jennifer Steingast knit along on top of the leftover bits. And then if you have leftover bits, you can take those bits and then go into the knit your bits. Make along.
Yes. Fun. All fun all around.
There we go. We just did something live.
All right. So that's that. I think that's it for our whips. Well, we have other whips, but actively working on right now. That's it for now.
Yeah,
right?
Because I've been pretty, trinogamous. Is that a word?
Oh my God.
Trinogamous?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna make it that.
We'll make it that word.
One of my things is spinning. So these are my two knitting. So binogamous. I don't know if this. Maybe the word.
I think you're making up words right now, but
totally
anyways.
Totally am. Yeah. So anyway, so that's it for knitting and actively.
So show the. Last podcast I had showed my little Turkish spindle that I recently bought, and I've done some more spinning on it, but I did not bring it with me, but I did do some more spinning on it. So, but you're doing. You finished a few bobbins there for me.
Well, I can't remember if I finished one before or I think I had done one before.
It's possible,
Anyway, I will show you. I'm doing a combo spin, and the combo spin I learned in 2017 from the Passionate Spinner. She's the one who I think devised this thing. I think other people have tried to show it without giving her the credit. I think that was a big problem for a while. Her feelings were hurt, and I don't blame her. Because she published this in a spin-off magazine, this method, and I learned it from her podcast, and I don't know if she did it in 2016 or 2017, but I did it myself in 2017 for the first time with a Tetris pullover. It was all blue, but I've done it since, and this is another combo spin. And I'm not even going to talk about it, how to do it. I would like you to go to the Passionate Spinner podcast on combo spin because I think she deserves a credit for this.
Yes. So just a side note, I'll put it in the link to the description box because I've seen it too. I've looked at it and it's really interesting.
It is really good. So I may have shown you this last time. This is my very first bobbin that I've done, and this is all Southern Cross fiber. And he has a thing in his group right now where you do something that has to do with mountains is the theme, and so I'm doing hoodoos because I'm from Western Canada where we had hoodoos, and as opposed to some people are in Switzerland. You should see their mountains. They look quite different from say the Rockies.
Yes.
So theirs are all green. So their mountains are going to look quite different than my mountains. So these are my hoodoos that are just kind of in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. that's my first one. And this is my second one I did. I finished this earlier this week, I think, or last week. And then here's my third one, and I'm working on my fourth one. It's on my spinning wheel. I'm spinning this on a Lendrum. And the ratio that I'm spinning this on is 12:1. And it's a woolen spin, so it'll be very woolly. Woolly. And it'll be a 2-ply. So, and nice. I hope to make a short sleeve sweater. I knit a sweater from, I can't remember her name. Unfortunately, she died of breast cancer. Marie something, I think. Anyway, she's from the German region of Europe. And I really like that sweater, and I can't think of the name of the sweater, but I made one and I wear it on this show oftentimes in its short sleeves. Anyways, I'll probably make another one of those because I really like it. I like the way it fits, and I like the way it works with hand spun yarn. So that's what I'm doing. Should I continue?
Yeah, keep going because I didn't bring any of my spinning.
So I was organizing my stuff.
Can you show the bin, do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to try show it. I was organizing my stuff and I was putting stuff away so I can concentrate on what I'm working on now. And I came across this bag that had combo spin ingredients, but I have no idea what the ingredients are. But they're all broken up, ready for a combo spin.
Nice.
I suspect I have in here a lot of Three Water Farm. I think this is probably Three Water Farm, but I can't find anything written in my Ravelry hand spun page. I mean, I do have something that I haven't spun, but I don't know if this is it or not. Because of course it's hard to tell when it's all broken up into bits. So I thought I would spin this. When I'm finished this combo spin, I thought I will finish this because it's ready to go. So why not, right? So this could be the combo spin that I did having to do with when I was up in northern Canada, up in Nunavut. The houses there are very brightly colored, and just like in Newfoundland, they have brightly colored houses. I find that wherever there's a lot of snow or a lot of like tundra type landscape, I find that the houses are very brightly colored. So that's what I was doing, that along, of course, with some cold looking temperatures, like frostbite. So I thought I would do something like that. So this could be what that is, but I'll just say that's what this is. So anyway, and so in between perhaps or concurrently, I would like to spin this from Spunky Eclectic. And this is her December 2022 colorway. This is how she sends them in these nice little balls. So this is 70% merino and 30% mohair. And it sparkles like it has sparkle stuff in it, but that's actually the mohair in it. And so I'd like to spin this to make socks. And because I hand wash my socks, I don't have to worry about it being not super washed, like untreated merino. So I'll just go ahead, and I'm hoping I can make a really fine, like make this go a long way. Get a lot of yardage, I'm hoping, out of this 4 ounces. And this colorway is called Bonfire.
Nice.
So, yeah. So that's my other plan.
Good.
As I work on my socks.
So I also do some cross stitching, and I haven't worked on my, a couple of podcasts ago, I had showed that I've done
The privé?
Yeah, été jardin privé, and it was été, so summer, so like a cross stitch about summer and stuff like that. So my as you know, I do the whip go thing. So my 2 numbers for this month was for the love note, which happened to be a good coincidence because I wanted to do the love note as of February 1st, and another cross stitch which has to do with the different Sabbaths. So I had done a cross stitch for autumn, I had done one for Christmas, Yule, and the next one I get to pick which one I want to do, and I'm not sure. It might be for spring. So I haven't started it yet, but it's a long weekend here, for me anyways, because I don't work for the federal government. But so it is a long weekend. Long weekend for me, so I plan on doing some cross stitching this weekend, so I might start that, so I'll have something to show.
Nice.
But you're doing actually from Indigo Hill, and I have a Sashiko. How do you say that? Sashiko?
Sashiko, I think.
I had bought a kit like that too that I haven't done, but I'm seeing hers and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll pull out mine too and work on it.
Well, what happened was I've really been wanting to work on a cross stitch. I'm making a Mario Brothers cross stitch thing for my son, and I put it aside, I guess, I don't know where I put it, in a special place. I've been looking for it because I've been kind of getting the hankering to do some needlework.
Yeah.
Can't find it, so I made another deep dive this morning to look for it, and I found the Sashiko and stocking stuffers.
That's right.
So I knew I had hid those, but I couldn't remember where I hid them because I didn't want people to find them. So anyway, I found those. So I came out this morning and said, "Oh, Merry Christmas, here's some stocking stuffers." So anyway, yeah, my husband and my son are used to me. They just thought it was nuts. So this is a sashiko thing that I got from Indigo Hill, and sadly Indigo Hill is closed now, which is really sad because she was so good at introducing us to different kinds of making type things, and it was, anyway. So this is the sashiko pattern here. So that's it there. And then here's the canvas. It's kind of like a fabric. I'm not sure. Is it linen?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Does it say it on
I'm not
here?
sure. Maybe.
It's cotton.
Maybe it's
100% cotton.
Oh, 100% cotton. Okay, so there it is there. Oh, double. I'll have to read up on this. I have never done sashiko. I've done embroidery and I've done needlepoint and cross stitch, but never this. And then this is the kit that comes with it. You can choose the colors, and it's all hand dyed. And I'm showing you this, and unfortunately you can't get this anymore. But I think it's lace and linen and what she call it? No.
Lichen and lace?
Lichen and lace. Thank you. Lichen
They
and
have some
lace.
too?
I think she does hand dyed embroidery thread, and also Leo and Roxy.
They're actually now, their names have changed. It's
What?
now called, oh my God, Roxico, I think. No.
Oh, really?
Roxy. So I'll put it in there, but it's still a Canadian company. So Leo and Roxy, they dye like hand dyed yarn, but they also do floss. And they used to be called Leo and Roxy. Now it's called Roxy Floss or Rox Floss. Anyways,
Is it just the floss that's called Roxy Floss?
Yes.
But the company's still called Leo and Roxy.
Yes.
So if you went to the Leo and Roxy website, you could find their floss?
I'm pretty sure. Or if you go onto the Evertote website, which is a cross-stitch website as well that sells cross-stitch, and she does handmade bags as well. She sews bags as well. She does sell what used to be Leo and Roxy flosses. So they do a lot through Evertote. They do a lot of conversions. So for example, that pattern,
You mean like the DMC floss?
right?
you mean? Okay.
Conversion to DMC, the DMC conversions. That chart that I had bought there with the snowflakes and stuff. What was called? Quaker something. Anyways, I bought the conversion floss from them because it was just so beautiful. The colors, how they dyed it and stuff.
Well, that's
so
nice.
yeah.
So then you have their DCM number, but then they have it listed as opposed to like for Leo and Roxy's colors.
Yes, exactly. So when you get the package from Leo Roxy or whatever their name is now, it'll tell you what the DMC color, what it equals to pretty much. So yeah.
That was clear as mud, right? Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Anyway, yeah, so it's sometimes a little bit challenging to explain things clearly. But anyway, I'm sure people couldn't figure it out.
But if you have questions, just message us, and I will definitely try to explain much better than or lead you to the right links if you're interested, for sure.
There we go.
Yeah.
Cool beans. And I think I'm just working on my second sock, so I can have a FO instead of a hoe.
Well, hopefully we'll have FOs. You too with Oxa. You're coming
with
pretty
Oxa.
good. Yeah.
But I think that's probably. Do you have anything else?
No, that's it for now.
That's it. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us today. I hope that everything is good where you are and you have nice weather, and if not, enjoyable weather. If it's not nice, enjoyable, anyway. Yeah.
We'll leave you with some snippets of our weekend getaway in Ottawa.
Yeah.
You'll see a lot of food and a lot of knitting.
Because that's basically what we did. We didn't leave the. Oh, well, yes, we left once.
We left in the morning to go have breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And then we left once in the evening to go have supper. Other than
that's
that,
it. We were in the room.
We assumed the position in the room, and that was it.
The position being sitting on the bed or on
with
the
our
couch.
knitting stuff. Yeah.
So instead of a coffee table, it was kind of like surrounding stuff.
Yes. And then Kim thoughtfully thought to bring her tea kettle. So we had some tea. We had lots of food. I mean, if there was a snowstorm, we would have been fine for a week. We would, all the food that we brought.
Yeah. We were hoping to take home a lot less, but we only took home a little bit less because we brought so much food. It would have lasted,
so
definitely.
Much junk.
Probably,
but it was good. I'm not complaining.
No, me neither. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.